now. Bring it back now.
लोको इंडिया का अपना गेमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म। लोको इंडिया का अपना गेमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म।
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
So yes, once again guys, we are back with more action from Sky Esports Championship 2.0. This is me Akash and alongside me you have Kanav. Kanav, today is the day of the semi-finals. You might be expecting some hot shots, some heated battles going on in the battlegrounds right now.
Well, certainly, Akash, that is true because we know for a fact that the teams that we are going to be watching today are going to be TSF and Global Esports. And I don't know about you, but anyone who hasn't been living under a rock knows that these are easily one of the best teams that we have in the country. We saw TSF struggle a little bit against Reckoning Esports yesterday, especially after the split, but I think that they would have looked into it and fixed their issues. And for Global, we know what kind of a team they are. They took VLT to all three maps, and to every single map, they were able to take at least 10 rounds, if not win out the map itself. So we know we are in for a cracker of a game, and I don't know about you, but I'm expecting nothing less than a lot of fireworks today.
We are expecting a lot of fireworks, but it is also our duty to let our audience know. Today, both of the semi-finals were actually scheduled to be played. Level 0 actually forfeited the semi-final game, and that is the reason why Team Tamilas will automatically qualify to the finals itself. The second semi-final is going to be played right now, live on stream. So that is going to be Team Global Esports versus Team TSF Gaming, as kind of already mentioned. Once again, Kanav, I really would want to enlighten the fact that Team TSF Gaming, it is a good sign that Venom is really firing in all cylinders for this particular team. With the Reina, I guess he can be lethal against a team, against an organized side like Team Global Esports. But Global Esports, in their quarterfinal game, they just completely whitewashed Resilience like they do most of the teams in the competition. So do you expect that there is going to be another whitewash, or do you expect that Team TSF Gaming might just pull off a very good play? Because Reckoning Esports, they are a very good side, and Team TSF Gaming have been tested really well.
Well, TSF really did have a little bit to panic about, because in the later stages of the game, we saw that Reckoning was almost able to get the comeback completed, but it was just that at the last second, we were able to walk away. TSF was able to walk away with the win. Well, with that out of the way, let's look at the prize pool that we have for our Phase 2 teams, which is going to be 40,000 for the champions, 25,000 for the runners-up, and 10,000 for the third place players. And apart from that, we have MVP and star player products from HyperX as well as Western Digital Black. And if you remember, Akash, I think Rafa was the person who won both of these goodies last time.
Yes, certainly enough, he was one hell of a player. But right now, this is going to be a team who will face Team Tamilas in the final. Your favorite Rafa Flex and this team, they have already cemented their place in the finals, and right now we are going to get our semi-finalists. Once again, a best of 3 game. Now, talking about a best of 3 game, I guess it is going to be difficult because you have 3 chances to actually make amends for your mistakes. You have a lot of time to analyze what is going on for your team, what is going wrong for your team, and then actually correct them. Once again, you do have the options of playing your own map, playing on your home ground, so that is also a benefit that you get. So best of 3, I guess, is a very good platform for both these teams to actually test themselves out against each other. Team TSF Gaming will be looking to actually try and understand what Global will be strategizing, because Global, this is a very organized side. As I always say, their strategies are especially on point. They always take down their decoys, they always go for those long rotations and try and utilize all the seconds they have on the clock. So it will be interesting to find out how Team TSF actually tackle on the challenge.
Well, TSF will certainly have to look into that, because yesterday's Reckoning squad did kind of leave up when yesterday TSF kind of fell into a lull when Reckoning seriously piled on the pressure, especially after the split on Bind. So I think that Global had seen that. Obviously, they have seen it. They must have gone through the wards of the game between Reckoning and TSF. But at the end of the day, they will have to make sure that that kind of thing does not happen, because against Reckoning, TSF was able to eke out those 2-3 rounds that they needed to get them to match point. They had an 8-point lead, and it came down to a 4-round score differential when they won the game. So if you do that against Global, you're probably not going to get those 3 rounds. So TSF need to make sure that they look at the map that they're going to, their operator picks maybe, and how they want to rotate, how they want to proceed into the game. So I'm pretty sure Global is prepared. It's just a question whether TSF has done their homework or not.
It is certainly going to be a question where the Team TSF had done their homework. But right now you can see the pool. Team Tamilas have actually qualified to the finals. Team Level 0 forfeited their game of the semi-finals itself. And right now the second semi-final will be coming on your way. Global Esports and Team TSF Gaming. Once again, we kind of saw the Team TSM were kind of rusty when they were on the defending ground. When they were on attack, they were absolutely lethal. When they were barging onto sides with all their duelists coming in, Venom as well as the Rays that they have, they were really playing it out well on Bind. But when they actually went on to defense, their 2 controllers, it was really hard for them to actually keep their sights locked, to actually lock down Reckoning Esports out of sight. And that is something which I guess they wouldn't really want to do, because Global, they are good both in attack and in defense, and you would not want to give away rounds, especially when you are on the defending side. The map once again will matter a lot, but I guess we might just play between Ascent or a Bind, because these are the 2 maps which basically have been played out the most recently. What do you think?
Well, I think that we are possibly not going to be seeing a Bind, because TSF, especially for TSF, because if they do decide to go there, then I don't know whether Global is ready. Sorry, whether TSF is ready. But I know for a fact that Global will be, because against VLT, Global went 13-10, and Bind is one of the strongest maps that Velocity Gaming plays. So if they are able to take 10 rounds against easily the best team in the country, then I have little to believe that TSF will be able to offer something that Global would not be expecting. So the map choice, I believe we should be seeing a split instead of a Bind, but this is again just my conjecture. This could be wrong. I am pretty sure we will see an Ascent, and I am hoping that we will see an Haven.
Certainly enough, 3 games, 3 maps, but once again, for the 3rd game to take place, you need both of these 2 teams to actually win either of the first 2 matches. And that means there is a lot of pressure, because Global, they come in with a big name. TSF, they have big players, but do they have a big name in terms of a team itself? That is a question. I mean, if you have a big player in your team, I guess that is a big boost. But having a very good squad in itself is a very big boost. That is in Team Global Esports. We can see in Team TSF we have Venom, we have Rix, we have Slots, we have Friction, and we have Sam. Kanav, you want to run us through with Global Esports?
Well, yes, certainly. Hellranger, Kappa, Skills, Rossi, and Lightning Fast. And let me say, Lightning Fast really does live up to his name, where he is indeed lightning fast on that Phoenix with his aim, with his curveballs, and with his hot hands. So that's one player that we need to look out for.
Certainly, once again, I would also want to have a look at Kappa because on the Sova, Kappa really does impress me. But once again, a name that stands out from Team TSF Gaming is obviously going to be Venom. He has really lived up to his expectations. Yesterday, he was really good on the arena, but someone who really impressed me a lot was Rix and Slots. Rix once again got two important rounds for his team. He clutched out in two occasions. Same goes for Slots once again. He actually was calm and composed with the Cypher yesterday. So something I'll really be expecting a lot from Team TSF Gaming as well as Team Global Esports. Both of them should absolutely be on fire tonight. But right now, I guess only time will tell because you cannot really predict anything. This is a big match. This is a big stage. I haven't really seen TSF Gaming play in any of the semi-finals before in any of the official tournaments that has been taking place. But they certainly do have really good players. Global Esports, on the other hand, they have played tons of tournaments and won on many different occasions. So they will probably be very much used to the pressure that they are going to handle, that they're going to face right now. But the question will be, can actually TSF bring up a new spice to the game? Can actually Team TSF pose a challenge which Team Global has never really faced in front of them?
Well, I think that Global is not only a good team when you think about it mechanically or like in general with team dynamics, they're also a very experienced team. And when you think about it, experience sometimes counts more than just your direct fragging power. So I think what is going to happen is that unless TSF is able to pull out a rabbit of their hat, they're not going to surprise Global, but I think then it will just come down to the fact that whose gunfights are taking precedence over the other. And with that, we have our map veto, which is going to be Ascent, the map that we are going to be playing. So again, I believe that the map that had been banned out would have been banned from the side of TSF because we know for a fact that Global is very strong on it and TSF might not want to take the risk of going there. But then again, that's something that time will tell. But right now, it is going to be Ascent that we are going to be watching between both these teams.
Once again, Ascent was probably the map which where actually Team Global Esports played out, and they certainly will be very experienced on this map as well. So I'm not really sure, but this is going to be an extravaganza for us because right now both the teams look to be very much well equipped. Not just both the teams, I guess the entire community is very much well equipped with Ascent, which used to be one of the, you would say, outcasted maps itself, but right now Ascent has really rose to its name. I mean, justifies itself. Like Ascent, it is ascending towards being one of the most popular maps out there. And right now, I guess one of the major aspects about Ascent is the fact that once you get a lead, it is really difficult to actually make a comeback in this particular map itself because the entry points are so less, and then there is all the pressure that leads on if you actually lose some of the rounds, and then trying to barge into sites, it actually becomes really difficult. Also, defending gets a bit tough when there are more number of players coming into a site and then you have only two or one player in site A or site B. So it actually is a pretty complicated map. I guess only time will tell how it is actually going to play out. But what are your predictions? Like, who actually do you think is going to be on top? Let's say just for the first game right now.
Well, for the first map, I believe that it should be Global because, again, I do believe we saw Global take on Velocity on Ascent, or was it Split?
It was on
I'm not
Ascent.
really
It
certain.
was on Ascent.
It was on Ascent, right? Yeah. So I think the score there was also 13-10.
Yep.
And the one map that Global ended up taking from VLT was indeed uh, I think it was Bind that actually Global took, right?
Yep.
Because Haven was the final map. Yeah,
Yep.
so Bind is in fact the map that Global indeed won against Velocity. So yeah, that says that TSF should probably not take them to Bind. But about Ascent, I think the score was 13-10 again. And yeah, so I at this point feel that Global is certainly having the upper hand. So let's just go with the score of 13-10 again. Why not?
Certainly enough, I guess Global being the more experienced out of the two teams, I guess they will actually think that, alright, let's just take it one game at a time, let's just win the first match, and then we will be thinking about the next one itself. But once again, I guess Team TSF might just have the element to shock Team Global Esports. But still, I guess my brain would suggest that it is Global who might just get the upper hand in the first game. Once again, I actually agree with your prediction. I guess this is going to be a close game because right now the kind of players that there are on Team TSF, I guess they are not really well organized as a team, I guess, because we saw them fall apart against Reckoning pretty easily when they were on the defending side. On the attack, I guess it is all about individual brilliance, one player coming in, barging into side, getting 3 important kills. I guess these are the things which do happen sometimes, but on the defense, I guess it is all about teamwork. It is all about trusting your mates with the other side, trusting your place with mid and all other regions. And I guess TSF just is still a bit rusty in that particular area. Global, on the other hand, is pretty experienced. So I guess the first match, it's going to be close, but I guess it is going to be Global. But Team TSF, they can actually come back in the second match itself. I do hope that they do, because then we'll be getting a third and the final battle between these two teams.
Well, yes, that will be very interesting because I would love to see these teams battle it out on all 3 maps. So you can put your predictions in chat, and we will know whether any one of us is nice or not, any one of us is right or not about the score that we are going to be seeing between these. My score prediction personally is going to be 13-10 in favor of Global Esports. I don't know whether it's going to be right or wrong, but I do personally believe that Global does have the edge in this matchup.
They sure do have the edge, and if I would have to go for a score, I guess I'll go 13-8 for Global. 2 rounds more, I guess, but let's just see what happens. I guess we have to wait for the time when this map actually pans out. But right now, most of the players are entering the lobby. The match is going to start very soon. But as of now, do let us know in the live chat whether you feel like any one of our predictions is going to be right or wrong. But till then, what are the agents do you think you are going to pick? Let's not just talk about the automatic ones, about the Omen, about the Sova. Let's say something else. What duelists are you going to pick personally?
Well, I would have personally liked a Phoenix, but as we see, it is going to be Rena on the side of TSF as the map has begun. Sova has already used his recon darts as the push is coming into upper mid. This is going to be Venom starting things off. Curveball hits. There are 2 people flash, but the push does not come in. There are 3 people watching this particular doorway from top mid as Venom will land a quick shot. His soul orb is going to actually give away his position as he's going to be quick peeking that consistently. Curveball comes in, but the push come out. Yes, 2 people comes out and Venom's gonna get both. How do 2 people miss shots on a single player standing in the doorway? That is something that I do not know, as TSF has gotten off all guns blazing. As right now with the score of 4-2, it is going to be Kappa and Skills who will have to do the heavy lifting. Raze is going to get caught. The boom buddy comes out, but Kappa will fall. But Venom gets the ace in the first round, and that is something that I did not expect personally.
I definitely am on the edge of my seat right now. Venom, he is certainly one of my favorite streamers out there, but he just getting an ace out there. Yes, the opposition team did miss a lot of shots, but you can expect something like this from Venom. He is capable of taking down entire team all by himself. 5 kills for this player in the first round itself, an ace early on in the match. Team Global Esports, I guess that was a very tight smack in a very early stage of the game. Let's see how the second round actually happens out. Yes, carry on.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, but I think this is going to be a big and a rude awakening for Global, because, and especially for me as well. I mean, no, Venom, you're not going to check the corner. No. Oh boy. So Venom's wrap comes to an end quick as Skills and the Phoenix are going to pick up 2 quick kills, and that will take out a lot of firepower on the side of TSF. And Yep. So again, this is indeed Lightning Fast, who is ready for his game. As we can see, he's right now running the classic. As three players are making the push towards B side, they are stuck in the arch. Cypher trap should be going off, as Slots is going to be using a Cypher cage to mask the cover into site. But the push into site has already been made by Slots, as there is complete site control on the side of TSF. The plant should get initiated any second now, but this is going to be a tough defense for the side of TSF, because once the spike is planted, all hell is going to break loose.
Yes, certainly all hell is going to break loose. Rix is playing on the Raze right now. Yesterday he was playing on the Omen. So yes, these guys are very much well equipped with different agents. But right, as you can see, this is Slots who will take down a one player. And I guess it is a 1v1 situation right now. This is going to be Sam, who is on the Sova. He will probably get the Omen. He does get the Omen. Hell Ranger has been taken down in phenomenal fashion. That was TSF who get an amazing round for themselves. It was a 3v5 which they actually took down Team Global Esports. I don't know what's happening with them, but certainly Team TSF, they have equal firepower. This team, it's not just dependent on Venom or some other player. Each one of these players, I guess if one player misses their shots, the others are there to cover them up. This is really good stuff coming in from Team TSF.
Well, that was certainly very good stuff coming out from TSF, but also from Global, though I feel that that was a missed opportunity from the side of them, because we know for a fact that a 3v5 in a site where you basically have no way to rotate out of should not have gone the way that it did. But at the same time, there's nothing that can really be done about it. But Lightning Fast will do something this round, as Rix will fall to the ground very early in the round, and that is going to be a huge disparity as two players are coming out. Slots is unfortunately not going to be able to land his shot, as the Vandal of Skyesports is going to find his head. Lightning Fast will get rid of Venom, as he'll get rid of by Friction. But right now, a 4v2 in favor of Global, and I do not think that this time Global is going to do anything stupid to throw this round.
They certainly won't really throw this one away. But talking about the last game, I guess it was not a throw. It was an equal round from the perspective of Team Global Esports, so it was natural that they lost that round as well. But here you can see Friction does have the Vandal, and if you have a Vandal with you, and I guess you have all the chances of pulling a round back towards yourself as well. And Team TSF, they would not want to give away a lead. But here you can see SK Rossi, one hell of a backstab coming in. You gotta watch your backs, boys. But you can see SK Rossi, he's not going the leading way. He is going to go in from short, I believe, and that's probably not a good attempt. But here you can see, I guess the players will actually barge in. Friction will get one kill here, and here you can see Friction will try and barge in from the heaven region as well. Right now, anything can happen. 1v3 is on the cards. Friction is at 45 HP. Not ideal, but I guess he will still actually give himself some chance. But the timer is not going to give him any, because this is going to be a round for Global Esports. Friction successfully saves his weapon, and I guess he will return with one, but not really. He does not.
Oh boy, that was unfortunate for Friction. That was a big oof.
That was a big oof. That was certainly
Yep. Nonetheless, it is going to be the first round that Global is going to be taking, so things are looking a little better. And as Global will warm up to the opponent that they have in TSF, I think that Global will be able to come back to the Global that we know that they are. There have been some roster changes for Global Esports, but then again, that is something that can be that should not affect the way that a team plays, because at the end of the day, those things are not in your control, and they will have to make do with what is happening. But Venom here is going to get spotted by the recon dart, so he should be a little careful, because he only has a classic in his hand, and unless he's going to get a kill, which he will not, as Hellranger's Vandal will easily outshoot the classic in his hand. But the push is coming in as Skills and Skirosian Skills again and Kappa to finish off the final kill, as Global is now going to equalize the round count on both of these teams, as the score is going to be 2-2.
This certainly was global esports at their full wrath once again. They certainly know that the opposition economy is completely screwed up, and they did come up with the kill as well. Here you can see that global esports easily doing amends for a two round loss that they faced in the early stages of the game, and right now things are leveling up. I guess the match will start opening up from here on. I'm still not expecting a one-sided affair, but Team Global Esports, they're playing really well. They generally play really well. Their strategies are always on point, and I guess Team TSF, they would have to get some individual brilliance to actually get this team out. Riggs and Venom on the other hand has taken down 2 players as they barge onto site A right now. Complete site control. This is Lightning Fast who will take on with the run it back. Complete screwed up of the Flash, and here you can see he has been completely demolished. And right now it is a 3v5 on the side of Team Global Esports. They do have the experience to actually make it count. One curveball was certainly not going to be helpful, but Venom will take down Lightning Fast as well. Hellranger will get the better of slots right now. SK Rossi and Hellranger, the only ones who are out there. Venom with a triple kill has taken down Hellranger. SK Rossi, the last one who is standing, and I guess he would come in front of the wrath of this guy. He is an absolute beast on the arena, and you can see it for certain. I guess he has 3 kills in this particular round. I'm not really sure, but he has just barged onto side, got the first blood, still survived, then got 2 important kills for his team and prevented the spike to be diffused. That is a really good performance in a single round itself.
Well, yes, that is true. And I think that Lightning Fast could have done a little better than what he did over there. Run it back was the perfect decision to make over there. But both of his curveballs were not on point, as the first time he flashed himself and was unfortunately taken out. And the second time that he did indeed try to drop down from heaven and try to take control of under heaven or next to green box. He did not spot the Reyna right next to him, which was Venom indeed. But this time Skyesports will do what he does best with the jet, and that is indeed going to be the operator, as that will meet Venom's chest, and that will be the end of the Reyna for this round at least, unless you have a Sage, which we can clearly see they do not.
They do not have a Sage at the moment, but SK Rossi, that was one hell of a shot with the operator. Here you can see Sam on the Sova and Riggs on the Omen, I guess, on the Raze, sorry. But right now this certainly is going to be interesting. Where are they going to land the spike? That is going to be the question. But Lightning Fast tries to tread on slowly and steadily. He will try and occupy places on the map little by little, but once again he actually falls back. He knows that there is no need for going on to an unnecessary backstab or an unnecessary push. But here you can see some players in A wine currently. I guess it is going to be the Sova from Team TSF Gaming. They don't really want to make an unnecessary move, and that is something which is really prevalent. Both the teams are actually playing out the waiting game. 2 players have been spotted. This is going to be Skills who will have all the information he needs. He will take down slots. A beautiful camera setup. He has taken down another player as well, and I guess he might just get another kill itself. But that was a good backup.
That was a very good crossfire held by those, and the trade game on the side of TSF is actually pretty good. But Lightning Fast with 8 bullets will have to make sure that he can clutch. He's going to get 1, but 2 bullets left. Will he get them? No Friction is going to get 2. Will the spike get initiated in time? It does seem to be the case. His position will be called out, as Kappa will get an easy headshot with the Phantom, as that is going to be it, as the score is getting even again and again. This is going to be a 3-3, and Akash, I don't know about you, but silently I was hoping that this match is going to be as close as it is.
It is going to be certainly close, and right now I'm expecting the same as well, because both these teams, they are playing out like equals right now. There isn't really a team who is dominating right now. Team TSF is kind of playing really well. Their trade fires are coming in really well, but in terms of strategizing, in terms of their formation, Team GE is way better, and that is the reason why they are making comebacks so easily. And let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about TSF, who is having Venom, who can take down. We saw that example. He can actually take down a team all by himself. But right now, Kappa definitely has spotted one particular player. There is going to be another recon dart coming in as well. I guess he might not just peek another instance, but here you can see the Cypher. He is waiting for something. I'm not really sure. Does he have an operator with him as well? Anything can happen. What do you think?
Well, I don't know about the operator in hand, but right now the player that I'm looking forward for is Venom, as he will have to deal with two people sitting inside Garden. He does have the support from his Omen, so Paranoia or a Rena Lerai could come out. In fact, there are two people for his cover, as Sova is also going to be there. So I believe that they are just waiting for the Recon Dart to come in so that they have some intel coming in. But the Paranoia as well as the Dark Shadow are going to come out. The curveball comes in, and that is going to completely flash Venom. Skills will get one instead of lightning fast though, but the trade game has not yet come in. Friction will be hit with some bullets as well as a tracking dart, while Skirosi is going to get rid of slots. So no more Cypher trip mines. Kappa will get one. Sam is going to get rid of Skirosi. That's going to be the op on the floor, but Kappa will get one as lightning fast will fall to Friction. So now a 1v3 for Friction to take care of. The Dark Shadow will probably give away his position or his general position in the map. They do have the spike. Global does have the spike, and with 15 seconds left, I do not think that this is going to be a clutch, and yes, it will not, as the prime value in the hands of Skills is going to connect with a quick headshot, and that will be the end of Friction as well as TSF for this round.
Team TSF, I kind of believe that they are trying too hard in A shot. That was a lot of utilities that they used, but yet they could not actually barge in. I was talking about strategies, I was talking about formation, right? Team Global Esports, you just saw how they are actually placing themselves, setting themselves up in A shot. They got most of their kills from the same region. Once they actually just completely wash down the attack coming in from A shot, they start focusing their attention on mid, and that is where they got 2 more kills, and that was exactly how Team Global Esports planned this round to actually play down Skills once again with a beautiful one tap. I guess these guys, their skill set is just unbelievably high at the moment, but this is going to be another eco round for Team TSF Gaming. I guess they certainly would not want to give away the kills, but they don't really have any option. This certainly is going to be an ultimate coming in from the Sova. He will get 2 kills. Really sick gameplay coming in from this particular team. But right now, 1v2. This is going to be Riggs. He does have the ultimate. Will he make use of it? Is he going for a showstopper? Let's just find out. But ultimately, he's not going to use it. Lightning Fast will get the kill, and this is going to be 5-3 on the scorecard. But once again, that was an ultimate from the Sova. That was an ultimate straight out of the highlight box.
Yep. That was very smart by Sam, and he in fact got 2 with his Hunter's Fury. That's something that we do not see every single day. But at I mean, the skill level that these players are playing at is in fact the reason that these players are in fact here, because you know for a fact that if they were not this good, they would probably not be in the semi-finals.
Exactly. But once again, I still kind of feel that Team TSF can actually do a bit better, because we saw in the game against Reckoning Esports, they are pretty weak when it comes to defense, especially on Ascent. They completely gave up against Reckoning Esports in that particular match, but right now they are on the attacking side, and I guess they will have to make it count, because otherwise they are going to get completely schooled by Team Global Esports when they are on defense. And about Global Esports, I guess they are playing as good as they do every time right now. And Sam will on the other hand try and use his owl drone to get some reconnaissance, but I guess he will not probably spot any particular player as such. His location right now has been revealed. Shock darts coming in his way. He will get taken down in phenomenal fashion. Team TSF is just completely getting whitewashed right now. 1v4 for Riggs. I guess it's just time for him to actually get back to the spawn once again.
I don't know about that. What I know for a fact is that for the past 3-4 rounds, Venom has been unable to do anything, as right now Riggs will be facing the Vandal of Hell Ranger, but in that close range, we know that it is indeed going to be the Vandal that wins out. So that's it for TSF for another round. And again, something that I have been noticing is that Venom has been unable to be as effective, and that is down to the very fact that he's trying to play a solo gameplay over here, which will certainly not work against a team like Global, where they know that if your player is going to be playing solo, they will single you out and they will try to get the kill onto you. And that is exactly what is indeed happening right now, as every single time that Venom tries to make his way into sight, he may be more skilled aim wise, but there's no way that you're going to out aim three players shooting you from three different directions. So that is something that TSF did show as a weakness yesterday against Reckoning as well, though at the end of the day they were able to walk away with the win. That is something that is not necessary that will happen today, because we know that Global Esports is not going to give up easy when they know that a team's going to do one particular thing over and over again.
Exactly, that was Reckoning Esports and this is Global Esports. That there is a difference, but once again this is Team TSF who are barging onto site yet again, and they are certainly not afraid. You can see this is Lots who will get the better of skills, and right now there is a numbers advantage. They can actually make this count, but you can actually see there is the Sova. This is Kappa once again in a very good position. Will he come in? This is the ultimate on SK Rossi. He might just have to use it right now, but I guess his position will probably get revealed from here itself. I guess he will get a kill. He does get a kill on Sam. That was amazing, but he will get taken down by Friction itself. This is going to be Kappa, who is the last man standing. He will get taken down. Triple kill for Friction, and this is going to be another round for Team TSF Gaming. They are not here for, I mean, they are certainly here for business, I guess.
Well, that is true, and finally TSF are able to put a round on the board that will help their economy a lot. But there is something that cannot change, that is the very fact that Global is still playing better together as a team, and Venom is unfortunately not having the best time, especially after the ace that he had in the first round. After that, we saw one round where he got a 3k in the second round, and that has been all the kills that he has taken since then. So I think that Venom will have to slow down a little bit, understand what is happening, and maybe look to help his team out a little bit, because right now he will get pinged again. The curveball will come in and that's going to flash him completely, and Venom will fall again. But Friction gets the immediate trade onto Lightning Fast, so that is going to be the Phoenix and the Rena for their teams respectively off the board. Rix will pick up this ultimate orb, so that will make him one kill or plant closer to getting his showstopper, which I do not believe got him a kill the last time that he decided to use it. So it is going to be very important for the race to make sure that her showstopper is in fact going to get them a kill, because if you think about it, that is one of the strongest ultimates that you have in the game, and if you are able to put it off in this, oh boy, Skyesports on the operator is going to get rid of Rix, and that's going to be the showstopper operator off the board.
Certainly enough, this is going to be another kill for SK Rossi. He's just peeking on, and he will get kills after kills from here on. But Friction surprisingly did get that kill. I guess it was because SK Rossi missed a very rare shot. He would have got that particular kill 9 out of 10 times every single time he would play it down. But here you can see Kappa once again. I guess he did come up with a very innovative rotation, but will he actually spot down TSF Gaming's Friction? I'm not really sure about that. But this is the ultimate that actually comes in, and he has shifted to the A side. A plant will certainly be successful, but Team TSF Gaming, I guess they're trying too hard. I feel that Venom is trying to do a lot of things all by himself, and that is the reason why they are losing out on a number advantage every single time that they are playing out. Once again, a Hellranger will just have some fun before diffusing this and diffusing this spike itself. But talking about it, I guess when you have a player like Venom on your team, you want him to be at the best of his capabilities. Giving him a role of entering into a site the first time, I mean entering the site first, is kind of a very risky choice. What do you think? Because entering a site first, it comes with a high risk high reward scenario, because right now this is what I was talking about. You get pinged up with the flash and then you just get banged on your face.
Well, that is exactly what is happening with Venom. I think the aggression that the that Venom is bringing to the board needs to change in the fact that he might be able to do a little bit better if he is trying to rush in with this team. Because we saw that the one round that he got a 3K, the second one was in fact down to the fact that he pushed in with the team. And not only that, it was also when TSF was able to get the plant off on in fact the A side where they were able to do something about it. But Jet is going to get stuck on the wall with the operator. The Spectre in the hands of Reyna is not going to be enough, as Slots will get the trade onto Skyesports, but the damage for Reyna had been done, as one bullet to the chest was all that was needed on that particular weapon, as Slots has not taken any damage, but he still does have some utility to make sure that he can put down and possibly look to help his team. All right, I thought that was the opponent of Omen, and yep, that I thought that he completely ignored, but in fact that was my bad.
But right now, it is still a 4v4 scenario. Venom once again just going in a bit too aggressive. I guess he is a tad too aggressive right now at the moment. And I guess he would have done a lot better if he was being the second aggressor on the team instead of being the first one. But here you can see a very good kill coming in from Skills. Rix was just right on top of Cypher, and that was a shot on the leg that will confirm the kill for this particular team. And Team Globally Esports are starting to assert themselves right now at the moment, and I don't really think the Team TSF, they will actually make a comeback from here on, because Team Global Esports, they are pretty stable. They are a team that actually sustains their form throughout the match itself, so I don't really think that they are going to let up from this particular scenario itself. The split did come in. This might be a different story once again, but 90% of the chance, which I think it's not really going to be the case.
Well, I don't know about the comeback coming in from the side of TSF, but I know for a fact that they have to think about what they have been doing, because right now it looks like Friction is going to go in for an early paranoia and a push. Sorry, that's going to be a dark cover, my bad, as the Reyna will again get pinged. So Venom face checking everything is not really what you should be doing right now. You're on defense. Getting a trade for an attacker is going to be much less, as you can say, worthwhile for the defensive team. But on the other side, if a defender gets traded out, that is going to cause a lot of problems for them, because you have lesser manpower to hold down to site, you have lesser people to defend in a post plant, as Skills will be making his way to top mid, but the crossfire is perfect, and that is going to be the case again, as this time it's going to be TSF who are in fact going to walk away with the round. So 3-round lead for Global right now. It's not a small lead and it's not a very big lead. As a matter of fact, if TSF is able to keep the formation and keep their calm like they have been doing, like they have done in this particular round, last round, I think that they should be able to get these 3 points back again, and yep, that will make this game a lot more interesting.
Certainly enough, and I'm really surprised the Team Global Esports, they are going for a force buy. I guess they are paying, I guess they are actually respecting Team TSF and giving them the respect that they deserve, because making Global go for a force buy is something which is going to be a lot of credibility, which actually will involve a lot of credibility. But here you can see Lightning Fast was Lightning Fast out there. How does he manage to get these 180-degree shots every time? Takes down Friction, I guess, and this is going to be Skills who will take down Sam as well. Right now, Scrossy will actually get the better of Slots. So only 2 players survive. This is going to be Venom and the Raze. Once again, I kind of feel that Venom might just play out really well if he is actually going for as the second aggressor. But at the moment, Rix, I guess this particular team, they are just going into it. I guess Rix and Venom, they will just barge onto site without any sort of worries right now. And what actually surprises me a lot is how does Rix connect a shot on Lightning Fast as fast as Lightning Fast does. But this is Venom. He did take on a very good kill, but after that, what happened out there? What just happened out there?
I think he kind of forgot about the other player that was present, and that is possible. In fact, he might have looked at the kill feed and confused his teammate's death with maybe his teammate getting a kill, and that could have led to him ignoring the person sitting in heaven. But at the end of the day, that is unfortunate. Venom did in fact play very well. I think he has picked up where he left off on attack. He has certainly shown that he is able to get those skills on defense. So maybe if Venom is able to get the first blood, or maybe not just be the opening death in a round for TSF, they should be very good to go. But Rix with the shotgun in hand is going to get rid of lightning fast as the push is coming in, and Venom will fall to Skyesports. That was like an aimbot, and he'll make his way out to get the soul, or sorry, the ultimate orb, and that will allow him to use his storm blades. And yep, that was a very, very good shot. Slots just about missed the head of the Sova as he made his way in. He will pick up his Frenzy, which was in fact the gun of choice for Venom, I believe. Right now, Skyesports is going to be on the stairs as he will be checking CT spawn. Sova's position is known. Sova will have the bow and arrow in his hand, and Cypher will be taken out as well. That is going to be a 4K for Skyesports, as Skills will deny him the ace, in fact, by taking the last kill. But at this point, with Global sitting at 10 points, I think that is going to be the least of his worries.
You know what? I still actually feel that when TSF lost the round, where Team Global Esports went for a force buy, that was a match itself, because you had a 3-round lead, and if you had won that particular round, it would have been a 2-round lead, in fact. But the fact that Global went for a force buy, they went for that, they took the risk, and then got. I mean, that was a gamble in itself, and they did come out on the better end of the gamble. And right now, it is actually paying off. At the moment, you wouldn't really want anything more than that. You can see that both the teams will have their guns itself, but I guess it is a tad bit too late for Team TSF Gaming to actually make a comeback from here on. I guess there can actually be some individual brilliances coming in, but it is going to be a very big ask for this particular team, that is Team TSF, to actually make a comeback. Venom making such a good rotation. He will get 2 kills from here on. Misses a lot of shots in the beginning, but then actually made amends. 2 kills very early on in this game, and you can see it. I guess he has completely secured down side A at the moment. Side B is going to be the area where most of the combat is going to be right now.
Well, yes, as Lightning Fast is kind of locked out of sight, there is no way that he'll make his way in. He will get pinged again. He will drop his out hands, but that is only going to get the Raze out of cover. He will connect with the last bullet onto the head of Rix, as now with 35 seconds left, this can still be a clutch for Global Esports. I do believe that they have the economy to make sure that they do not need to go in for a save, but the curveball comes in. Will Lightning Fast be able to get any push? He will spot the Cypher cam, as another Dark Shadow will impede his push in towards side, but Kappa has gone in for a smart rotate, and this might just be the play that is needed. The spike is indeed in the hand of Skyesports. So with 13 seconds left, the backstab is coming in from the player. Skyesports has made his way into sight. He will get the spike initiated. So this round is not over yet, as now he will have to deal with the 1v3. He will use his updraft to get heaven control, and that just might be the rotation that is going to catch TSF off guard, as 2 players are going to be pushing ramp. He will spot one, the Sova. There are 2 people there. In fact, the third player's position is not yet known. He has his ultimate ready. The third player is going to be inside garden, as he will spot one, but Slots will land the headshot faster than Skyesports is able to get his shot off, as that will be one round that TSF certainly needed to get, and they most certainly have.
They do have a very important round for themselves, but Team Global Esports, they have the economy. I guess if you have to beat Global Esports right now, you have to get this particular team down in terms of economy and then win that particular round itself. You cannot really give them a force buy and then just lose that round completely. But right now, you can see that Team Global Esports, they are pretty much stable right now. I guess until and unless this team has their economy straight, economy preferences straight, I guess there is going to be nothing that nothing can actually lead Team Global Esports from winning this first match itself. Once again, Friction will try out this particular strategy when he uses his Dark Shadow as well as a Paranoia together. I guess his other teammates are probably going to rush in as well, but nothing is going to come out of that particular play. Venom once again will take the early peek from this particular angle, and do you think this is necessary? Do you think the play that Venom has been playing, do you think that this is necessary? Because I don't really think that any of the players playing in Team TSF Gaming are the real aggressors, and that is the reason why I kind of feel that Venom, he has been forced to take up this particular role for himself.
Well, I don't know about that, but right now Venom's role has been called out completely by Global because he is unable to be the entry fragger that his team was looking for him to be right now. But we see the moments of brilliance that this man has. We know for a fact that he's not going to give up easy, as skills will get rid of Venom. So now this is a 5v2, and suddenly out of nowhere, Global has complete side control on the side of B. This is something that I did not expect, as now they will have to make sure that they can get the push in from both these sides to make sure that no one is able to get this spike diffused. But right now, Skyesports is going to be the one to get rid of Sam, as Friction will be left in a 1v5 with the spike down. I do not think that this is going to go anywhere except of a save round for TSF, and unfortunately for them, they will be allowing Global to sit one round away from match point. That is not the best of instances that you would want, but Skyesports does not want anything to do with the save. He will spray in the wrong angle, but then the pre-fires come out from Friction. He will get away for this, he will get two, but that's not going to be enough, as lightning fast is going to come in from the back and make sure that's the end of Friction, and that's going to be it for that round as well.
I already said it, Team TSF Gaming did have one chance of winning this particular match itself, and that was the round when Team Global Esports went for a force buy. They had some of the players, they had a Sheriff, some of the players they had their Stingers, and I guess that was one chance which Team TSF missed, because all of their players had Spectres and they should have won that particular round for themselves. But right now, you know it for a fact that this particular team has actually let this game away, one round away from match point, and I guess this is going to be going towards Global's way, because they have once again gotten themselves the first blood. This is one man down from Team TSF already, and this is going to be the second man down. Slots was taken down, and right now everything will come down to Venom, I guess, as well as the Omen and the Sova as well.
Well, that is certainly the case, and unfortunately, Akash, I might have to ask you to restart your stream, because I think we have a small technical error on the side of Discord. So, with that out of the way, we should be able to be back without any delay in this game. Unfortunately, we are unable to fix those issues because that's not in our hands, right?
It certainly is not in our hands, but right now this is going to be another round for Global Esports, and right now you can see the kills. I mean, SK Rossi with 22 kills, 17 kills for Skills, and Kappa with 12 kills. Global Esports is certainly on their way to win this first game. TSF at 6 points and 12 for Team Global Esports. 19 kills for Friction. He certainly is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the second game, but I guess this is too late. This is kind of too late for Team Global Esports. This is kind of too late for TSF rather, because I don't really think that there is any chance for this particular team to actually make a comeback. Lightning fast, trying to go for the spray and pray moment, but I guess he will miss a lot of his shots right now. Another Dark Shadow coming in. I guess this is going to be the last chance. Team TSF will give all that they have got. The Dark Shadows coming in. They really want to shut down Team Global Esports away from sight, because right now it's too late to win. It's too late to win the match, but they can actually make a statement from here itself.
Well, certainly TSF can take the rounds and possibly look to mount the comeback, but with one round left on the board, I think that Global is indeed going to be walking away with this particular map. We do not know what is going to happen in the other maps though, but I think this is going in the general direction that I was expecting this game to go in, with Global just starting to understand how TSF plays, and after that it would be a complete shutdown from their side, because we know that Global has been playing Valorant for a lot longer than what TSF is. But right now Cypher will be meeting the Vandal, as Sam will get rid of Skills, as well as Friction getting rid of Lightning Fast. But right now the Paranoia comes in. Kappa will get rid of Sam in the cubby, so there is going to be side control on the side of Global, a 3v2, but oh boy, sorry Friction, that's not the time that you want to pick up a Vandal. Keep the op in your hand at that point, but it is going to be the spike initiation round. So now Venom as well as Rix are going to be tasked by taking the side for Kappa and Hellranger. The Heaven control is what TSF is going in for, as there is going to be Sova under Heaven while the other player is going to be standing next to Vine Arch, but that is not going to matter, as Kappa will get both of them on the drop down. players from TSF did not check under heaven, and that will be Global Esports walking away with the first map in this best of three against TSF Gaming on the map of Ascent with a score of 13-6.
Once again, I kind of feel that Team Global Esports, they were once again very much better than Team TSF in this particular map itself. Not just the map, I would say, in terms of the overall gameplay. I guess they were much better, a much more compact team, and you can see it. It's visible. Friction is there at the top. Venom is there as well. But the team, entire team as a whole, Rossi, Friction, Rossi, Skills, Lightning Fast, Kappa, every one of these players, they are at the top together. And that is what makes up a team itself. And if you talk about the gunfights, I guess, yes, there is barely any difference between Team TSF or Team Global Esports, but there is a lot of difference in the mind game, in the strategizing, in the entire, I would say, the chess that actually goes on in Valorant, the mini chess that actually goes on in Valorant. Team Global Esports, they are much better in that, and that is one of the reasons why they have been winning their rounds, I guess. One force buy, I guess that was really important, because if Team Global Esports thought that, oh, all right, let's go for an eco round there, we are still 3 rounds in a lead. We are still having a lead of 3 rounds. I guess Team Global Esports, any other team for that matter, could have gone for an eco round, but Team Global, they gambled on that one round and they win, and they won that particular round itself. And from that, I guess Team TSF's morale, it just went off the blocks.
Well, yes, that was indeed what happened. That one force buy round was, in fact, the thing that changed everything into Global's favor, because right after split, I believe that it would have been, what do you say, it would have been a little bit easier for TSF to maybe deal with it, because, you know, in a pistol round and right after that round, it is usually defender favored because the attackers have to push in towards you. And at that point of time, a force buy makes a lot more sense for the defenders, because with, say, a Stinger or a Bucky, or even with a Super Shotty in your hand, you are way better off than with Ghosts and Classics. But at the end of the day, it was indeed Global Esports who capitalized on that force buy, and that was something that was not expected on the side of TSF. So unfortunately, that is going to be what the first map had in store for us, and that was something that Global kind of would have expected coming in from TSF. I mean, TSF is a team that has been made completely on the basis of CSGO players. You get it that CSGO has a lot more aggression that you bring to the table, and that was something that we were seeing in Venom's gameplay as well. He was trying to go in for the jiggle peaks, he was trying to go in for the aggressive plays by not using so much of his utility. But at the end of the day, Valorant is going to be a game where utility will still kind of tilt the gunfights in your favor, and no matter how talented you are at that point of time, you need to make sure that you know how your mechanics are going to be working.
Certainly enough, the mechanics are really going to be important, but if we talk about the mechanics of the semi-finals, then it is going to be a best of 3, and Team Global Esports already have 1 round in their bag, and that actually sets them up for the second match as well. So that means if they win the next match, they are already booking themselves a ticket to the finals itself. Will TSF make a comeback? That is the question. But right now, if you once again head back to the last game, Venom as well as Friction, 2 players from Team TSF, really caught my eye. Yes, Venom is a big name and he generally will catch everyone's attention, but he did come up with a very good game. He did come up with aces, triple kills for his team whenever mattered, and that was really good. But there were phases in the game when he was silent, when he was just going in and giving away, just throwing his body away, and that was really hurting Team TSF. And I guess that this particular strategy might just be changing in the next game. You never really know. The map will matter a lot as well, but do you think the Team TSF is going to make a comeback, especially after the absolute stomping by Team Global Esports in the first game itself?
Well, I think I might be wrong on this, but every single round that Venom was the first person to die in the entire game, I think TSF only managed to win such a round like that once. So, I mean, out of 18 rounds that we saw between both these teams, there was only one round where Venom was able to was taken out the first time as the first frag, but it was TSF eventually who won the game. So I think we can see a pattern there, and maybe if TSF is able to see that same thing, they will be able to rectify that, and maybe just it could be as simple as switching Venom from a Reyna to a Phoenix, because you know for a fact that Reyna can be allowed to be a lot more aggressive than a Phoenix, because your flashes go through walls, you're able to re-heal yourself, you're able to use your dismiss and all of that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it is still Phoenix, which indeed allows you to do those same things, though with a little less aggression, but with a lot more considerable amount of utility, because you can heal yourself with your hot hands. You have two flashes, you can use your hot hands as a molly to get rid of someone sitting in a cubby, as well as have your blaze wall. And apart from that, the ultimate that you have on the side of Phoenix is going to give you a second chance to survive in case you are taken out. And that is something that we indeed saw Lightning Fast use very well, because when he knew that there was a lot of players of TSF defending a particular site, he would just use his run it back. He would possibly get taken out without getting someone, but the intel that he would get for his team was going to be a lot more useful at that particular point of time. So I think that how things turned out for TSF can be rectified in the next map that we are going to be seeing. But again, it will have to be TSF who wakes up and rises up to the occasion to make sure that they're able to give Global a bigger and a stronger fight than what they just did.
Certainly enough, a fight is very much required, because I certainly don't want this extravagant occasion of the semi-finals to end in just 2 games. I want it to go to the 3rd game, and for that, Team TSF definitely needs to put up a very good show. And I guess the responsibility will be on the shoulders of Friction, as well as Rix, as well as Venom. These 3 players have really been playing well, but Slots lately, in this particular match itself, I guess Slots wasn't that effective. The agent selection was also a bit different from yesterday, so there were a few changes which I didn't really understand. I mean, Rix did go with the Raze from an Omen. Both of these 2 agents, they're completely left and right in terms of the entire spectrum of agents that you have out there. A controller to a duelist, in fact, that is a complete reversal of roles. A lot of people who were playing the anchor points, they were playing the aggressors. So yes, there were certain things which I didn't really understand from Team TSF's game, from Team TSF's perspective, but I guess this is still a chance. I guess this is the best of 3, and there is a lot of chance for you to make amends, and I guess Team TSF will know that much better than I do right now. I guess they would want to win 1 game, but winning 1 against a team like Global Esports, it is going to mean a lot. It is going to be very difficult, and I guess Global, on their part, they would want to just win away this one and just run out victorious.
Well, certainly TSF will have to take this coming up round because map, in fact, because if they do not do so, it will be a clean 2-0 for Global, and that would be the end of TSF's semi-final journey. So TSF will have to take this map in case they want to make their place in the final. So they have their work cut out for them. I'm not going to say that it is going to be easy, nor did I say that it was going to be easy, but with that, we are going to be seeing Split as the map, as this was not in fact something that I predicted. I thought that they would still be going to Bind or Haven, but again, these players know better. These players know exactly where they want to play, and Venom again in the pistol round. This time a breach has come out from the side of Kappa, and that is in fact very smart from them, but as well as TSF, because both these teams know that Breach is in fact going to be one of the most strongest operators on a map like Split, because I think he is the only operator or the agent that you have in Valorant whose every single ability is able to go through every single wall on every single map.
Certainly enough, every single wall on every single map, but most of Breach's abilities are actually focusing on concussions as well as flashes, as well as blinding her opponents, stunning them down. But here you can see Team Global Esports just completely dashing onto site inside A right now, and they have taken 2 players. Okay, so this is Venom who is taking 2 players down at the moment. Kappa, you need to peek backwards, because this is going to be Venom who is coming in from behind. I guess this is going to be a complete attack coming in from TSF's perspective from the city City side once again. It was a concussion which actually took down some of the players. I guess it was Kappa who got a
Yep.
double kill, but I don't really know. I guess it was one player from Team Global Esports who was blinded by that same concussion which was aimed at Team TSF Gaming, but then Kappa actually made amends at the last moment. I just don't know what happened
Well,
there.
I think that was they just lined up. I believe, I'm not really certain
Yes, this is the
what
moment.
happened over there. Yeah, this is exactly the moment. Yeah, they lined up for them, and the trades that came in from Kappa, who was standing right next to Pillar, were able was the deciding factor in that particular round. So right now, it seems like Global is going to be hitting the ground running, as this is going to be the first. Skills is going to get rid of one with the boom buddy, so that is going to make things a little bit difficult for TSF as the push comes in from Venom, and again Skyesports with the Spectre is going to outshoot the classic in his hand. The super shotty is going to be very close here, but the reload comes out as Kappa will be getting rid of Sam, but Friction will be there for his cover, as that is going to be a 1-for-1 trade again. But Global is right now leading the trade game because they have 3 players left, while TSF only has 2.
A Vandal in the second round is a pretty big gamble for at least me in perspective. But here you can see this is going to be a 2v3 right now, and the spike is being initiated. It is being taken down by the Omen itself. 2 players, that is going to be the Omen as well as the Phoenix. Both of them come in from the city region, which has been completely shut down by the dark cover. The dark cover blows off, but here you can expect some of the players to be peeking in. This is Skills who is actually peeking in from the city region. There is a player in heaven as well. It's going to be very tough. A dark cover comes in as well, and I guess this will allow Team TSF Gaming to actually make a move, but it is going to be very difficult. Skills will actually take down Friction, and right now it is going to be a 1v2. One player still remains, and he will get taken down. Rix is back with the Omen, but he is back dead, and that is how Team Global Esports will get themselves another round. Some of the players, they had their Vandals equipped, and I was so surprised that this is just the second round and they are risking it with the Vandal itself. But I kind of see a pattern here. Global Esports, whenever they take risks, I guess those are calculated risks, they always kind of pay off.
Yes, this should do.
I think they had enough money in their economy to go for at least 3 Vandals, but then again, I think they decided to go against that and just decided to pick one up. So I think that was a smart decision. While the Cypher is going to be really close to tunnel right now, will he get taken out by the boom bot again? That will be left to be seen. But the breach smokes are coming in, as the boom buddy is going to get flashed by that breach flash, and this one-way Cypher cage is going to be something that they will have to deal with. The second Cypher cage comes out. This is going to be complete B-side push, as there is going to be a mag dump from the side of Slots into Garage that is going to force a complete rotate from the side of Global. So this should be read in by TSF, and maybe they are able to capitalize on this, as Slots is still tasked with just holding on to B, while Friction is making sure that he is able to get into an advanced position so that he might be able to pick some frags up. He might just be spending looking at the wrong place. Friction, there are 5 players behind you, and that is going to be the Cypher Esports, but lightning fast is going to get rid of Friction, and that is so unfortunate. Sound, my man, Sound, if you had just paid attention a little bit, he might have been able to pick 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 up in those 5 players that were pushing in from the side of CT again. So now this is going to be advantage Global, and TSF will start off again on the back foot, but the flash is coming in from the breach. He will get 1. Sam is able to do this. Will he get the concussion off in time? Yes, he will. He will get the second breach as well. He has to go in for the reload. That's going to be the spike on the floor. Fall line comes out as well. The Jet is going to make the push, but Skyesports will get that kill onto Sam. So the damage has been done, but Slots will get his trade instantly. Lightning Fast will get rid of Slots. With 8 bullets left, Lightning Fast will not be able to do anything as the time runs out, but Venom will hit him in the back of his head, as Lightning Fast will fall, as well as TSF are going to take the first round.
I just don't know how to say, but Global Esports, they are really well good in terms of tactics. They rotated, then they actually went for the sewer, but once again kind of rotated back towards A. This is a really good individual play coming in from TSF Sam. Once again, the breach is a really really strong agent. The way he has been using it, the consecutive flashes coming in, one flash, one kill, then the concussion, then another kill. This is really good coming in from TSF Sam. But let's just find out what's going to happen in this particular round itself. Team TSF, they are not letting up in the initial phase of the game, but what actually matters is how they can actually pull up the performance in the later half of it. But this is Slots who will get a kill for himself. There's a Venom who will get down Kappa. One side is smoke from here. This is Slots, but he will actually cover it down with another one of his cyber cages. And here you can see that this is going to be Hellranger who has picked up the spike. I guess it is Hellranger who has picked up the spike, and he is going towards B side right now. This is Skills. He'll find Sam right down the city region, but once again it is going to be a complete demolition out here. I guess if all the players barge in from the city region, Skills will get a very good angle and might just get consecutive kills from here on. But Slots, Venom, I guess with simultaneous players coming in, there will be simultaneous angles that they are peeking in.
Well, certainly right now the Cypher cam will be coming out, and that might just give away the Cypher's position, because Slots and the Ren are going to be standing inside side. Skills and Hellranger, I believe, have complete side control. The location has been revealed, and the Rolling Thunder has come in as Lightning Fast will pick 2 quick kills up for his team, and that will make things a little bit easier for them, as now this is going to be a 3v3. The concussion comes out again. Will there be a frag? No, all 3 players are going to be inside CT. Their position has been called. The flashes come out. Lightning Fast gets one. Friction gets the immediate trade. Hellranger gets one onto Rix. Right now this is looking like a global esports round, and yes, in the end it is, as Skills will get the final kill. And it does not look like TSF is using their mind right now. I think they have overgiven to what they had, but at the end of the day it was GE who took the round, and TSF will certainly have to make sure that they play this a little passive, because the way that they are playing right now, Global is going to walk through them no problem at all.
Once again, I kind of feel like Global looks to be the side which has been scrimming, and Team TSF looks like the side which has been into competitive matchmaking more. But nonetheless, I guess if you actually see a pattern in Global Esports movement, they are moving together. They are really playing down those rotations much better than Team TSF. Team TSF knew that the city side was completely shut down, yet they still try to force onto side from that particular region itself. Multiple angles. You should have been knowing that there are so many angles where one player might be peeking onto the city region, but that was not really the case. Team TSF just carelessly moved onto the site, and that was the end of it, and that was the end of that particular round itself. But here you can see Global Esports once again in terms of the numbers advantage. Team TSF does have Sam with them, and Sam will get a one tap connected, and he will get a kill on Hellranger. But there is an aftershock. This is an aftershock which might not connect, and I guess that is an absolute super blind that comes in from Friction. I guess it was from, I'm not really sure, it was from Sam, I believe, but then Skills comes in from nowhere and then confirms both the kills. I guess that was from a ramp itself. But nonetheless, Team Global 4-1 is the scoreline. Do you think that Team TSF will actually be making a comeback from here on?
Well, TSF will have to do something new to make a comeback come in, because right now it is not looking like they are having their heads in the game. The way that Global is able to just walk into site, especially on a map like Split, where you know for a fact that it is very difficult for teams to walk in to site just like that and get the spike off, and that is exactly what TSF is allowing Global to do right now, as Skills will be using his satchel charges to get the push. One player is flashed by the paranoia, one more, he will get taken out by the fall. I know that's going to be 2 for Sam, as that was very unfortunate timing on the side of of Global, as 2 players will fall for the place of 1, as Sam is in fact going to be the player who takes utility to another level by taking 2 kills every single time.
Reach has really been on fire. Sam gets a triple kill for himself right now. He rather has just changed things up for the for his team as well as for the opposition right now. This is going to be a 1v4. Kappa is going to walk in, but will he get a kill? That is the question. Once again, a breach flash comes in and a quad kill coming in from TSF Sam. He has been absolutely ruthless. Just look at the kills. 10 kills, 5 deaths, 4 assists. This guy has been on fire with the abilities, with the utilities. Getting kills with only utilities is something which I'm learning from this guy itself, because I don't know, I haven't really seen a kill coming in from Sam where he has just taken up his Vandal or when he has just focused on his aim. It has always been flashes coming after flashes, the concussions coming in and the aftershocks. I guess each of the 10 kills that he has, I guess all of those players, they have probably been flashed out.
Well, I don't know about that, but his first concussion has gone out, and that is going to be on a 30-second cooldown now. As the showstopper has been put on by Skills, will he be able to get a kill with that? He will get 2 this time, as Venom and Sam are unfortunately going to be the people who fall. Skyesports will get 1 with the Stinger, as Slot had no chance whatsoever of getting that trade, as G's rush into B side has certainly paid off, as now they have complete side control. There, the other 2 players are going to be on the other side of the map. And I think this is going to be a save coming in from the side of TSF Gaming, because with an operator and a Vandal in hand, they do not want to give these up to the other team. And right now, the way that Global is responding to every single round that TSF is taking, it seems that 4 rounds go to the favor of Global, and then TSF is able to get 1 round. And that is not a trade game that you want to be playing, because the other team is going to be reaching 13 way sooner than you are going to be able to reach 12 and possibly take them to overtime.
That is very much what we are seeing right in front of us. 4-2 is a scoreline, which certainly looks to be becoming a 5-2, but this is going to be Hellranger who will take down Rix. Rix actually loses down on the operator as well. Friction might just be able to save his Vandal. Yes, he will be able to save his Vandal, but I'm not really sure if this particular team is going to save up their rounds. It's Team TSM is just being completely crushed under the pressure of Team Global Esports once again. Beautiful peaks coming in from Hellranger. Team Global is really making it count. I guess if Sam and Venom can't really pull up the socks for Team TSF, it has not really been a team game coming in from Team TSF. Neither it was in the first match, and in this particular match itself as well. They don't really look to be a unit that's playing together. Once again, a B-side rush is coming in. Just have a look at the formation. 3 players move towards B. 1 player is trying to go to A ramps. That is going to be Raze, and he is going to face the Cypher as well. 1 player is coming in through the sewer. Lightning Fast will get 2 quick kills from here on, I guess, but it was the ultimate. But right now, it is going to be pretty difficult, but I guess Venom has made things easier. He has taken down Lightning Fast. Right now, Global will be a man down. Will they make it count? That is for certain. Team TSF does not want to lose this particular round, because if they do it, it's going to be 6-2, which ultimately means too late for them.
Well, certainly right now it is looking like Kappa will be using his ultimate to enable his team to get the push in. It seems like Skills has already gotten rid of I forgot the player's name. That is going to be the Cypher, as Curiosity is going to be inside side, but Friction will spot him right there as the bundle will connect. Kappa's ultimate, unfortunately, was not able to do anything, but Hellranger has got something to say of his own, as he will pick 1 up. The rotate is coming in from side, as Rix is going to get rid of Skill, so they know that there is 1 player on the side of A. The Dark Shadows come in, the teleportation comes in as well. Hellranger will lose some HP, but the open close range is not going to be what you want in your hand, Rix, and that's the second time that has happened this time. The spike is going to get initiated any second now, and yes, indeed it will. The T side of spawn is being held on by Hellranger, and if the Phoenix is unable to get this shot off, this is going to be a big thing. And yes, Hellranger with that is going to spot the Venom as well, and that will be putting him down to 25 HP. He will possibly dodge the concussion. Yes, he will, but there are 2 players in that particular position that he will have to deal with. He's really low on HP, and he certainly does need a soul orb to make sure that he is able to do something, but the player standing right next to Pillar will get the easy kill onto Venom, as Global Esports will get another round on board. They take their round advantage to 4 rounds, as we are 4 rounds away from the split, so we still can see an equalization come out from the side of TSF. But if they seriously want to do that, they will have to make sure that they are doing it very soon, because these next 4 rounds might just decide whether we'll be seeing a third map or not.
Certainly enough, this is going to be a very difficult round coming in for Team TSF, because already being down to 6-2 is not a good sign for this team, especially when they have already lost their first match. Right now Team Global will probably show no mercy, as they usually do. Once again, the aftershock coming out from the breach, and I guess the breach from Global Esports, Kappa, he has been playing a different role than the breach coming in from the Global Esports. Certainly both of them are initiators, but Kappa has been playing a supporting role. He has been playing the anchor role coming in from Global Esports. Just have a look, he utilized all his flashes for his team. But on the other side, if you have a look at Sam, then he has been utilizing his flashes for his own kills itself. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but once again, I guess Kappa has really been making it count for his team itself. Skills, on the other hand, has been making it count with the kills, and right now Kappa will actually stop down Team TSF. This is absolute abomination coming in from Team Global Esports, and right now they are 7-2 in terms of the overall scoreline. This definitely looks to be a complete crush down by Global Esports.
Well, certainly Global is certainly having a walk in the park right now, because they're able to just walk into sight and not have to deal with any problems at all whatsoever. And that is something that we have to make sure, that TSF has to in fact make sure that they do not fall into, because right now it is looking like TSF has their work cut out for them quite a bit. It does not look like they are able to come up with a reason or come up with a strategy to hold on to Global Esports aggression that they are bringing out. But then at the same time, that is something that will be in the hands of their players, as Venom will start things off for his team, taking out the Jet. That's going to be Skyesports off the board. One of the strongest operators and the players on the side of Global Esports is going to be on the floor, but at the same time, Raze is going to be on 30 HP. That is very low. So this will have to be a little bit safer of a round for Global Esports. They will have to make sure that they're able to get those trade games coming in, as right now Sam is going to be watching onto the Cypher. He will get one, he will get two, he will get three. No skills is going to get rid of him with the operator in his hand. But that is exactly what I was talking about. TSF taking advantage of that opening frag and making sure that they're able to do something. But right now Global is going to be hitting the floor, as Rix is going to be taking out skills, and that is a much needed round on the side of TSF Gaming.
Sometimes I do wonder whether these skins, if they do more damage than the normal guns, because all the players are always picking up the skins. But here you can see the Prime Vandal once again doing the trick for the Phoenix. I guess it was, I'm not really sure, was it Hicks? We'll just get to know from here itself. But Hellranger was the last one who was still standing, and Hicks, I guess it was Friction. It was Friction, pardon me for that. Friction was the one who actually got the final kill, and that was how things actually end, and that is how things stand 7-3 in terms of the overall scoreline. You can see that Venom is up here. He will just charge in. Will he get some kills? He gets one, he gets two. Dismiss coming in, and right now you can see, will he get a third? Not really, but this was an extravagant, this was a frenzy of kills, mind you. And right now 2v2 on the cards. This is just 40 seconds on the clock, and you can see 6 players off the board already.
Well, yes, that was a very aggressive play coming out from the side of Venom. But at the same time, I would say that was actually a smart play. And that is exactly one of the reasons that Venom's aggression can sometimes catch a team off guard. The way that he pushed in was very smart, because he kept his cover inside the smoke. And the second that the attackers broke that smoke cover, Venom was obviously going to see them first, with their gun barrels would poke out. And that was exactly what was the play that was needed. So So that was smart aggression coming in from the side of Venom, and that is exactly what TSF and we need to see more from this player, because we know that he can hit his shots. It's just that you can't just walk in and hit your shots every single time, as Friction will be doing exactly that. Kappa will get one, he'll get two, as the concussion is going to be too much for Friction and the breach to hold on to, as Global will assert things one more time by taking that particular round again. And this is something that will have to be, as you can say, that is exactly what has been happening throughout this game. As soon as TSF gets an advantage, they somehow are able to not capitalize on it, and that is unfortunate. But smart play by Venom, unfortunately not enough from his side or his team side to make sure that Global does not take another round on board.
It was an awesome ultimate coming in from Kappa, which actually confirmed both the kills. The breach is actually such a strong agent that if you know how to use it correctly, I guess you might just get the entire team down all by yourself. But right now you can see that this is Friction, who is in a very difficult position, but thankfully it was his ultimate and he gets another shot at Glory once again. But all the players are still alive, or is it because Skyesports will actually take down Venom? One-sided smoke coming in from the jet, but here you can see Kappa once again. He will definitely try and get some more kills from here itself, but right now 3v5 is the scoreline. Skyesports does have his Storm Blades equipped, but Hellranger does have another plan. He has taken down Rix as well. Right now it is all about Slots as well as, I guess, Friction, who are still remaining alive. I guess Slots' position has been given out. He is compromised and I guess he is probably down and out at the moment. Yes, he is down. Hellranger gets a triple kill for himself, and right now this is Friction, the last one who is still standing. He will get one kill, but this is all about it because Skyesports will just throw those knives on his face and will get another important round for themselves. 9-3 is the scoreline.
Well, that is going to be the split between both these teams, as now with a 6-round lead, it is going to be TSF's game to lose, because it is not looking like they are very comfortable on this map of split. Unfortunately, their breach is unable to use his utility as well, despite getting kills with it. So I think that one thing that I've actually just realized is that if you have a breach on split and he is able to use his utility pretty well, like how Kappa has been using, life just becomes so much more easier. I mean, you do not need to dry peek anything. You can always either have intel on a peak, or you can always make sure that no one's going to be peeking that particular angle because of either the amazing amount of flashes that Breach gets, which is 3. Not only that, but also his fault line as well as his rolling thunder. That is going to be something that if your teammate knows how to use, life is so much more easier on a map like Split.
Exactly. I mean, and talking about the Breach's flash, it does last much longer than a Phoenix's curveball, and it definitely is a very good utility to have. And that is something which I really highlighted much earlier. The differences in the role between team TSF's Breach and the difference in the role between Team Global's Breach. Global has been flashing for his teammate. All the 5 players, they are getting those peaks with Breach using his flash, and they know that all the players will actually be flashed down. But on the other side, Sam, he has really been using his flash in a different way. But talking about Skyesports, he has been actually taking up his ghost gameplay to another level. This is Friction, who is the last one still standing. Global Esports will be raging for his kill at the moment. Will Friction manage anything out of this? It is the question. But once again, getting back to that topic, I guess Sam has really been using his flashes for his own kills. We saw how individual brilliance can actually affect it, but a team game is always much stronger. Global Esports is definitely a stronger team, and that was visible in that particular round. Another round for them, and 10-3. I guess it's just too late for this particular team itself.
Well, I don't know about that, but these 3 quick kills from Skyesports were certainly that opened up the round. And again, this last kill where Phoenix gets flashed, how did he get flash?
Breach.
The breach of Kappa is making sure that he is using his utility to help his teammates out, and that is something that is very, very, as you can say,
Oh.
undermining. As Kirossi is just going to burst into the spawn side, as TSF will have a 1-for-1 trade with the Jet. But at this point, with 2 players lost, 3 players lost, that's going to be 4 players lost from Hell Rangers bullets, and that will put the Phoenix as the only one with the spike in control and a classic to hold out against the Spectre. That's not going to happen because Hell Ranger is going to get a 4K for himself and make sure that Global is utterly dominating TSF right now. It does not look like TSF has any kind of argument for what Global is bringing to this table.
This is a new strategy which I actually got to see once again. I've been casting for so long, but Hell Ranger, that was a paranoia coming in, and then SK Rossi just barging onto site and getting those kills. Yes, the flash wasn't really that effective. I guess it could have been a bit more accurate, but that is something which a lot of teams can actually work on. So if you are a budding competitive player, then mind you, you better take your copies out, because these are nodes, these are important nodes coming in from Global Esports' way.
Well, certainly one thing that I would like, for example, I would like to give my own personal example on this is that my aim as a player in Valorant is very bad. Like, if you ask me to take a gunfight against someone, I am probably going to lose it. My aim's really bad. But because I come from the game Rainbow Six Siege, where utility is basically what we use to get kills, and in fact is one of the deciding factors, I know my way around utility. I know my way around how to use the throwables. That is the sole reason that I'm able to perform well again with my friends in competitive matchmaking. And I will speak about that. Venom will start things off. This time it's Hell Ranger off the board. So the player that got a 4K for GE last round is not going to be able to do that, because he will be hitting the floor along with the Rays. So now Skyesports is going to be here with the Vandal. He will get one headshot. Will he be getting the second one? Yes, the breach is not looking in the right direction. Sam, where are you looking at? As the push is coming in from two sides, he will have to make sure he's able to get Venom. He will. He has 5 bullets left. He has to go in for the reload. The curveball has come in. Skyesports is going to be in a tough spot right now.
Oh my.
He will get 4 people over there in one particular area. Will he get the ace? No, he will not. Friction is in fact going to get Skyesports this time, but the 4K coming in from Skyesports over there, that was something that I did not expect. He was boxed in. He had 5 bullets. Run it back is going to be coming in. It will not do any good, as that will be the end of it. 2 seconds left. He will get taken out as well by lightning fast, and I mean, Global is just, I don't know what to say.
This is destruction incarnate once again. And right now SK Rossi, I mean, it's not just SK Rossi, sometimes it's Hell Ranger, sometimes it's SK Rossi, sometimes it's someone else. These players, they are in their own merit taking down teams all by themselves. Yes, certainly they do have the capabilities to do so, but if you talk about Team TSF, not all the players have been performing that way. But in Team Global Esports, all the players, either they are sticking together, they are getting collective kills on their own, but at certain stages they are performing with individual brilliance as well. As you can see right up there, SK Rossi gets 1 kill, gets traded out. 4v4 at the moment, but it's going to be pretty tough, because this is going to be Hell Ranger once again steps up and takes down Sam. Venom will take down Kappa as well. So as long as the trade game's happening in Team TSF, they are safe. But are they safe in terms of the scoreline? 13-12, 1 round away from just losing it down. But as you can see, this is Venom. Venom is definitely pulling up his socks. He has taken up 3 kills for himself. Slots will take down the final kill, and that is how Team TSF will win their 4th round. But 1 round, 1 error, and you are just completely eliminated from the tournament. It is a bit too late to actually make a comeback, or is it?
Well, this is the exact same score difference between Reckoning and Global, because the score at split was 10-2, and this time, right now, this is a lot after the split. We saw a 9-3 in the split, so close a 6-round score differential, but right now this is an 8-round score differential. It is not going to be easy at all for TSF to make sure that they're able to come back from this. They will have to play this flawlessly, because as you said, one mistake and that is going to be game game over. They're not only just sitting on match point, lightning fast. Why are you going in for the Cypher Trip Mine as the push comes in? Ricks and Slots are going to get rid of two players, so Global is suddenly on the back foot. They will spot one. Will he be able to get the kill? Yes, Kappa gets one, but Friction gets the immediate trade. Skyesports gets one. Venom and Friction are going to be there to make sure that TSF is going to be breathing a little longer in this match before they are possibly going to bow out. But will a comeback come in? I'm not really certain, but do I hope one will come in? Yes, that is certainly certain.
That is definitely going to be interesting if a comeback comes in as well. But right now 5-12 is the scoreline. This is definitely Team TSF, they have been doing well in the last two rounds, but in global esports perspective, if we talk about that, then I don't really feel that it is something which they will be taking very seriously, because they have not really been performing very taking it too hard. I guess the last two rounds they have been taking it easy. They have been allowing Team TSF to get some kills. They have been trying out new things which I haven't really been seeing from global esports. But right now 5-12 is the scoreline. Paranoia is coming in, Aftershocks coming in, Hellranger will try and use his dark cover, but I guess Paranoia could have been much more effective. This is going to be a Sheriff gameplay, high risk, high reward. Will you hit your shot? That is the question. But right now Hellranger, he is looking in the other direction, and there is a Vandal on the opposition side right now. Another dark cover comes in as well, and he is probably giving his position out at the moment. Friction will be completely blinded, and this is going to be lightning fast who will take him down. This is global esports. 3v4 is the scenario. Kappa with the one tap kill on Venom. This is going to be amazing if he makes another shot, but he doesn't. And TSF once again on the front foot. Will global esports, will SK Rossi pull off a blinder? That is the question. 1v3 once again. He might just try and get a kill for himself. He almost did so, but that is all he could do. But right now 6-12. What do you think, Kanav?
Well, TSF is certainly making their presence being felt after the split, and I don't know about global. They can change a few things. Maybe they're trying to, have a little bit fun because they know they just need one round. But then again, at this point of time, I would go against that. I mean, you have one round to be to take this to go to the finals. Why do you want to prolong the inevitable? Just finish it off as you can, and yep, that should be what I think about it. Skyesports will do exactly that. He will get rid of Ricks. That's going to be a Vandal on the floor from the operator getting the first kill. That is going to be your omen for TSF. So no more Dark Shadow. That's going to eliminate every single smoke possibility that was there on the side of TSF, because they do not even have a jet with them, and that will be a big problem. Two Cypher cages are going to be available, but at the same time one has been used to take mid control, and I'm not even certain if that is indeed going to be what they want to do. So Cypher Trip Mines, his neural threat is ready, I think. And as a matter of fact, I think Venom's ultimate Empress has been available to him for quite a long time. I really haven't seen him use the Empress.
I haven't seen him use the Empress since the last game itself. But right now, this is going to be SK Rossi. And as you can see, this is going to be the Cloudburst that comes in as well. And Global Esports is definitely treading backwards. But right now, Skills has actually evened things up. And I guess Team GE, they will get a chance at redemption. Once again, this is TSF Sam who will actually get a kill on SK Rossi right now. This is Skills who is the last one standing. Will he get a kill? He does get one kill, 1v1. Will he confirm the match for themselves? Yes, a quad kill coming in from Global Esports Skills, and that is how they are going to go through to the finals of Skyesports Championship 2.0 Valorant Tournament Phase 2.
Well, that was very tough to watch because TSF was clearly outgunned and outthought. Everything that can be outed about TSF was there. GE just proving again and again why they were the better team in this complete matchup. They walked out with a very good scoreline, 13-6 in fact, on the map of Ascent as well, and now a 13-6 on Split. I expected a lot more coming up from TSF, especially because of the hype that we have around Venom and knowing what kind of a player he is. But at the end of the day, it was Global Esports team effort that was going to outshine the efforts that Venom, Sam, and his teammates were bringing to the board. At the end of the day, it is going to be Global versus Team Tamilas, who will be seeing in the grand finals tomorrow. So don't worry, because we have a lot more Valorant action tomorrow coming in for you guys.
This certainly is going to be a big match. Team Tamilas versus Global Esports. Team Tamilas is certainly a very good side with Rafa, Flex, Stoner. I'm excited for these players to actually go out against Team Global Esports. Once again, every time I pitch a team against Global Esports, it has to be, I would say, flamboyance on the part of Team Tamilas and composure on the part of Team Global Esports. Team Global is probably one of the most composed teams that I've always talked about, and it is going to be the individual brilliance of Rafa, Flex, Stoner, and other players yet again pitching up against a team like Global Esports. This is going to be a very high profile match, but nonetheless, talking about this one, Team TSF, do you kind of feel that they were kind of outclassed in every department?
Well, I mean, Global is certainly, we know, going to be the team that a lot of players will be supporting. But we know for a fact that Team Tamilas is also not a team that you take so lightly, because we saw what they did against Velocity. Though it was the Casters Cup, it was a much different version of gameplay that we were going to be seeing. But some of the players that were there, Rafa and especially Stoner and Flex, we know for a fact what kind of players they are. So I don't know about you, Akash, but I am certainly ready and very excited to cast and especially watch the plays that these teams will be bringing to the table, because we know that Team Tamilas is not someone that you take lightly, but at the same time, Global, we know for a fact, is the team that you can say statistically is the better team, simply because of the fact that they were able to give Velocity a much stronger fight than what Team Tamilas did. But then again, this is not a place where we can look at the past history of teams between compared to a separate team and think that we're going to come up with a scoreboard difference.
Certainly enough, Team Tamilas, they were certainly one of the greatest teams that I've seen recently. Yes, in this particular tournament, they haven't really been tested a lot, but Team Global Esports, statistically speaking, they have been the better team, but they might have a very good outing against Team Tamilas as well. But once again, I mean, this is going to be a best of 3, and if Team Tamilas are going to win this, I guess they would want to win the first 2 games, because you don't want to give Global the chance to actually just walk away with the first 2 victories like Team TSF gave right now here.
Well, certainly, if you give any kind of opportunity to Global, they're going to take it with all open hands, and they're going to not even think twice about it. So it will be very, very important for Team Tamilas to make sure that they keep their cool. They make sure that they do exactly what is needed on the side of, as you can say, Global Esports. But then again, Team Tamilas, we know for a fact, can be extremely very coordinated. They know exactly what they need to do. They always have their players in the right positions. So I don't know what I think it does not take a genius to figure out what is going to be the outcome of that game, which is most likely going to be a very close game between both these teams.
You know what, talking about the Valorant community, talking about the present scenario of the Valorant esports in India, I guess 2 teams, Velocity and Global, I guess these 2 teams have asserted a position at the top where any sort of team that comes up against them, they are going to beat them in terms of a best of 3 scenario. I guess they are going to beat them 2-0 straight. But whenever these 2 teams come up against each other, it's going to be a nail biter. I guess that is how these 2 teams have actually actually separated themselves, segregated themselves from the rest of the class. But talking about Team Tamilas, I guess Team Tamilas can actually bring up a new flavor to it. I do believe, because they have the potential with players like Rafa, with players like Flex. They certainly have enormous potential to do something against global esports. Winning is going to be a very tough job, but I do expect to actually for this particular game to go to the third map. But knowing global esports, I guess this particular team might just want to finish it as early as possible. So once again, before we end, before we sign out, Kanav, you have any final words for our audience tomorrow? I guess he is not here at the moment, but nonetheless, I'll just finish things off, guys. So if you do like our casting, then please do make sure that you drop some lovely words in the live chat. It will help us a lot. Don't really forget to like the stream, as well as subscribe to Skyesports if you want more Valorant action, if you want to see different esports games being pitched up, and the best players of the country play against each other. Once again, I and Kana, we will be signing off for today. And till next time, that is tomorrow, we see you soon with more action from the finals of Valorant Skyesports Championship 2.0 Valorant Phase 2. Till then, guys, bye bye and see you soon. Stay safe.
लोको इंडिया का अपना गेमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म। लोको इंडिया का अपना गेमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म।
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
sha la 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 sis. Me never it could be boost. I love it when you kiss. Aphrodite, Ventus. Hera, Messi, colors. Na ha 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 ha. I love that.
Bring it back now.